Good morning. You join me on my very first day of full self-driving 12.5.5 combined into firmware number 2024.32.20. This is my first time using FSD on the Cybertruck, and already the visualizations are way different. So I've got a short route planned for us here. This takes us through downtown Grand Rapids, to a bunch of other neighborhoods with some complicated turns, and then we'll wrap up at a coffee shop. So let's get started. I'm going to press once, like the screen says, to activate full self-driving supervised. So that handoff between me and the truck was already quite natural. There was no jerkiness or anything, just in that handoff. That's been a problem before. Sheesh. Very good. Coming to a stop. Very smooth. Oh man, I missed these visualizations big time. I've always wanted this truck to do it. The screen is so big, it's so bright, it's so crisp, and finally. And this thing saw this person before I did, because they're wearing all black. Wow. So we might get caught at a yellow light here. It's about to change right now. And FSD is going to power through. And it kind of braked at the tail end of that light. It kind of realized, unless it was doing a speed adjustment itself. But it did go through the red light at the very tail end there. To be fair, I would have also. I run that yellow light routinely. It's a short light. So here we're cruising into the downtown area of Grand Rapids, Michigan, making a left-hand turn making a right turn into this right lane, and up ahead we'll be taking a right turn to avoid actually some construction. Maybe later on today we'll take the construction head-on, but today the nav wants us to avoid it completely. So first turn here, good. Got some stuff rolling around in the back, but no, that was good. It is still pretty early in the morning, so there's not going to be a whole lot of pedestrian action or people walking around. Even traffic, it is 7:15 in the morning, so not too much in traffic. Here's another yellow light. Yeah, fine. There was no speed up or slow down through the yellow light. Very predictable. And so here it wants to make a left turn to make a left at this light, and there was a truck waiting to turn left into a parking lot. It waited to make its turn until after that truck, until after we'd passed the truck. So complete stop here. We are going to go. Nice. Wow. Yeah, no crazy comments there. It did exactly what it was supposed to. It came to a smooth stop, and then it went. There's another stop sign here. Came to a complete stop. It didn't quite get the rollback there that it wanted, and I'm going to engage there. There's a car right on my tail. I don't know what it was trying to do there. It came to a complete stop, and then it wanted to do a second complete stop as if it didn't do the complete rollback. Here there are two lanes, a right turn lane and a straight lane. FSD is straddling that lane, and it is not liking the visibility here. So I'm going to also kind of nudge it forward. That was me. That's interesting. This might be an issue where I just have to clean the cameras. It was kind of foggy this morning. There might still be some water left on that camera. But we're taking a right-hand turn here. There is a pedestrian with a dog, and we've come to a complete stop, waiting for our turn. Looks like the truck will wait for the light to turn green. Light turns green. Good, confident acceleration. There is a person in the road up here wearing a yellow vest. The truck appears to be going around it, but not a ton of room. And it needs to make a left turn here, and it got the wrong lane. This is a weird intersection. I get this one mixed up sometimes. This lane technically goes straight onto the highway, but it is a slight left turn. This left lane is the one that actually turns left. So I might just see what it does. I don't want to let it make a proper left-hand turn, but if it gets on the highway, it gets on the highway. And nope, I'm taking over there. So I guess we are going to see our first little bit of highway. We're going to merge here onto this highway runs through the heart of downtown, and so it's starting off pretty casual, pretty slow. And we are actually getting off at the next exit, so we're not going to have a chance to merge. But that acceleration was pretty close to what you would expect on chill mode. I'm not in chill mode, but that was a very gradual acceleration. It looks like it wants to make a left turn here, coming in a little hot. If that felt good. Oh, okay. Unprotected left through a green light. Good. It went into the first available lane. Oh, it wants to get back onto the highway. Okay, so we're gonna get another experience accelerating on the highway. Not merging, but accelerating. Looks like we will be getting off at the very next exit. This is good. That intersection has a split light. So people going straight had a green light, we had a red light to turn left, and then that left turn light turned green with a protected green arrow. This is a tight turn. The truck took it a little fast, but not, again, that's what I would do if I were in a hurry. Does like to get pretty close to other cars when it brakes. I'm usually keeping a ton of space myself, just because this truck is big. It's hard to see where the front end is, and it's so heavy that often it takes longer to brake than you'd expect. So FSD definitely is rolling the dice a little bit, in my opinion, but not outside of safe parameters. I should clarify. I liked how it paused at the green light. It kind of let off the brakes, evaluated, and then went. I do wonder if it was trying to see if a car that was moving pretty fast was confirmed to be slowing down or stopping, or if it saw something else that I didn't. But oftentimes I do stop at green lights just to make sure that, is that car actually going to stop? And sometimes they don't. And that's just part of being a safe driver. So it looks like it's going to turn into the parking lot. Nice and slow. There's a person with a dog over here, giving us a side eye. It looks like, I don't know where it wants to go. It's certainly not going to park itself. But it's kind of bringing us back around to the other gate so that we can exit. It is going to park itself. What? Maybe. Not quite. It pulled over to the side in a safe and cautious manner, and it has come to a complete stop, kind of diagonal in a parking spot. So if these spots were diagonally marked, this truck would have parked perfectly. That is impressive. So now we're just at a complete stop. I could get out, I could do whatever I want, but I would like to continue. So it says press accelerator to resume, but I'm currently up against a curb, So what I might actually do is press the accelerator and see what it does. Is it going to reverse? I don't think it does have the ability to reverse, but we're going to find out. So I just nudged it a little bit. I nudged it again. Nothing. So I'm going to have to manually reverse and then go out to the road. So this is me. Okay, and then I activated FSD just from there. And it looks like it's trying to find its path. It's trying to make a full U-turn. I'm just gonna drive to the road. There's some folks trying to get through. Making a left turn here. So here, now I'm activating it. Heading out. Whoa. That was an aggressive stop. And we're turning left. I don't know why we're turning left. Oh, it did not input our next destination. So it's trying to make a loop around the block. So I'm gonna remove that and then keep on going to the next one. So this will take us back downtown. One of the things I would like to test in a future video is there's a law in Michigan that allows you, oh, this is interesting, protected green. I had to nudge it there, but there's a pedestrian. So I did nudge it and I made it go at that protected green light. The truck did not respond to that green light. So as I was saying, there is a law in Michigan where if you are turning left from a one-way onto another one-way, you are allowed to make that turn, that left turn, on a red light. Because essentially, when there's two one-ways, that's no different than taking a right turn, because there's no lanes of traffic between you and where you are turning to. So that's one thing I do want to check, is if it knows. Maybe that's the law in more states, but I know in the state of Michigan that's kind of a unique. It's supposed to be a unique thing, anyways. Turning right or turning left on red at a one-way. Just got some spray from a sprinkler all over the windshield. I wonder if FSD will do anything about that. There's also a, I'm not sure if you can see this. There's a whole strip of green marking in the pavement. Maybe you can see it in the oncoming lanes. And that's strictly for bikes. FSD did not see any of that. It pulled up over this bike-only area. I think I can get a ticket for that. I do believe I can get a ticket for that. You got a roundabout here. No one around, but still pretty cautious, pretty smooth. I was just going straight through this roundabout. Oh, this is a two-way stop. Cross traffic does not stop. I don't know if FSD knows that, but it's doing a complete rollback and then it is going. There's no cars immediately approaching at this intersection. Heading over some railroad tracks. There's a stop sign kind of hidden behind this tree. There it is. In the line. Yep, way over the line with an aggressive stop, and then it's going. Turning right after these railroad tracks. These railroad tracks run straight through this intersection. That felt good. This is a left turn, no intersection, just kind of the road curves. Took that a little tight over the yellow line there. I do think FSD is trained to respond to oncoming vehicles differently than without. So in a perfect world, it would not have gone over that line. However, again, that is literally what most drivers do, especially with no oncoming traffic. So you were kind of getting into more of a neighborhood area. There's a lot of cars parked on the street, so there's only room for one car at a time to traverse most of these roads. I guess where there are cars parked on the sides. Stop sign here going straight through this one. This dead end here, it looks to be blocked off by this city worker, but it looks like we still can turn around here, which is the goal. Except FSD does not see the gate and was going to go right up to it. I might retry that just to see what it does with the gate. 1 second. Okay. So at this gate, there is a sign that says road ends, and this nav wants us to keep on going through this gate. So here we go. It is going about 20 miles an hour, and it did see the gate, and it came to an aggressive stop right in front of it. It does say navigation is complete. Wow. Okay. So it did respond to the gate, and it does look like it sees some kind of blob there. Maybe I can expand that for you. It does see some kind of blob, but it is not exactly sure what that is. It also does not see the sign that says, obviously, the road ends. So that's interesting. I'm going to manually reverse disengage and keep on going to our next destination, since FSD cannot yet reverse. So here, we are basically going to our final destination of this morning. I'll be doing more testing later, but it wants us to take a left-hand turn immediately back to where we came from. Stop sign here. A little aggressive on that stop sign again. It doesn't really know where the line is, and then it sees the line much too late. It's as if it's using the front bumper camera to detect where the line is. It sees the line as it's rolling beneath the truck, and then it responds after that, which is kind of bizarre. Up ahead is kind of a complicated intersection. There's a stop sign onto a pretty busy road. So this could get interesting. It is a 4 or 5 lane road, traffic in both directions with a stop sign and railroad tracks on the with a traffic light and railroad tracks to our left. And it looks like traffic is already piling up here. I don't know if we're going to be able to actually pull in unless we pull into the left turn lane. I'll expand that for you. FSD does not currently see the different lane markers. So this first lane here is the left turn lane. The other 2 lanes go straight. We're also kind of on an angle to this road. You can probably see that. So it looks like we will have to wait for this traffic to clear before we have an opportunity to actually pull forward. And traffic is again piling up to the right, and they still have a red light. This could be a bit. And traffic is about to start flowing from the left, so I'm hoping FSD goes now. It does not go. There is a vehicle behind me. I nudged it just a little bit and it did not go. I don't see the blue line either, which is confusing. I don't recall if it's supposed to have a blue line and a stop sign or not, or if it's properly stuck. I'm getting ready to nudge it just a little bit. Okay. I just nudged it. I'm nudging it. And it kind of, that was my bad. I just turned in front of somebody. Well, that was kind of bizarre. There's not supposed to be a blue line there, which is fine. That guy's getting real close. Goodness sakes, that's like a foot off the bumper. That was the guy that was behind me at the stop sign. He's probably pissed. We have important work to do today, little red car. we are currently in a left turn lane. We are once again in a left turn lane. FSD does not, it does see the arrows, but it's going to want to go straight here, which is not correct. I will probably have to disengage and take over here in a minute. Green lights. Yeah, it did not make the turn. So I'm gonna re-engage here. I'll leave a voice note also. Autopilot chose the wrong lane, tried to go straight in a left turn lane. Making a right turn up here. This is one of the this is a funny one with this navigation. They repaved this road recently to add in medians, these medians and bike lanes. The nav does not understand that change yet. None of the turns changed. However, FSD did nail it. This is a fun one. The school bus is waiting at the stop sign here. Cross traffic does not stop, and it's kind of inching forward towards the school bus, which is kind of bizarre. Now it's waiting for visibility, and it goes. Very good. Making a left turn here. It does look like this stop sign stops before railroad tracks, but in order to get proper visibility, you really have to pull up onto the railroad tracks. And it looks like it's just gonna go. Nice. That was excellent. So overall, that was a pretty interesting drive. There was a couple of things that FSD still does not really nail. However, for the first edition of Cybertruck FSD, that's pretty nice. Not gonna lie, I'll be using this a lot. Next up will probably be my testing of, I guess my first impressions, I should say, of highway driving and that end-to-end network. 12.5.5 is the first software in FSD to have the AI-powered highway stack. So this will be our first time using FSD AI Tesla Vision on the highway. We are at our destination though. I will see you guys in the next one.